Mikayla has found herself back in the drama this week, and this time it isn't just one situation that happened. There are a bunch of little things going on with her right now, from undisclosed ads, not reviewing things that she said she would review, brands calling her out, and so much more. It's a mess, so let's get into it. I'm going to take us all the way back to January, and we're going to talk about Matthew Stevens. If you guys remember, Matthew had that small business called Illusion Bronze, and he found himself in some drama with Mikayla after she failed to keep a promise to him. I'll have my video where I explain everything in detail down below. I talk about how he claimed Bondi Sands ripped off his idea, and how that led to him asking Mikayla to help him out by reviewing his small business. But just to give you guys a quick little summary, Mikayla had told Matthew that she was going to review his brand. She told him that she loved his tanner and it was going to be a good review. So to ensure that he had enough stock come time to Mikayla posting this review, Matthew took out a loan and ordered more product. He now had $10,000 worth of product sitting around, and months were going by with no review, despite Mikayla constantly telling him that it was coming. Eventually, he got fed up, he called her out, Mikayla made her own response video. It was pretty messy, but he did eventually sell out of all his stock from the drama. Well, shortly after that situation happened, Mikayla actually took a little jab at the drama in one of her PR unboxing videos. She bought a bunch of makeup from Kimchi Beauty and said that she was going to do a full face video, but didn't want to give an exact time.
This is a purchase, and if you can't tell, it's from Kimchi Beauty. Basically, I plan on doing a full face of Kimchi Beauty. It may be in 4 months, it may be next week, I don't know. It will definitely happen. I basically bought like the entire website.
Which was clearly shade towards Matthew. Mikayla posted that video back in January. It's now June, which is over 4 months later, and she's yet to post that review of Kimchi Beauty, and Matthew was keeping track. He posted a video calling her out for once again not keeping her word when it comes to reviewing small businesses.
Boston lady made this joke at my expense.
Basically, I plan on doing a full face of Kimchi Beauty. It may be in 4 months, it may be next week, I don't know.
If you don't remember what happened, she said she was going to review my small business, texted me herself out of the blue saying I'm posting a review tomorrow. I purchased all this inventory to prepare for the influx of orders. She never posted it. 4 months went by. So that's what she was referencing in that clip. Well, if you're gonna make a joke at my expense, you better deliver. Not only has 1 week passed, but 4 months have passed. We're going on 5 months, and she still has not reviewed Kimchi Beauty. And yes, I'm petty. I put this on my calendar because I knew she was never gonna do the review. Why? Well, because they're a small business and they're not paying her. You didn't know that you could only count on beauty reviewers if they're getting paid to review it? Listen, she's busy. I get it. She has to record 4 skincare reviews to post over the course of 2 weeks and to credit all of them for her perfect skin. While I only have 440,000 followers here on TikTok, I'm gonna do what she promised to do in January and review kimchi.
And there were some people telling him to just get over it already and move on.
Bro, okay. I'm sorry I don't get into drama, but I have to talk about this because this is actually really frustrating me now. Bro, just leave it. Like, we've been through this. Yes, it has been like 5 months. Leave it. She's clearly not going to do the review. You can make a business of yourself without trying to constantly bring yourself back to her.
And while I think he probably should move on sooner than later, he is showing a clear pattern with Mikayla. If there isn't money or some kind of motive like Chanel earrings from a brand that she's reviewing, you probably aren't going to get that review. And if you do, it will be months and months down the line. Kimchi Beauty actually responded to Matthew's video on Mikayla, and they said, "You are glowing with those glam tears. Thank you for the kind words." So they kept it professional, but it just goes to show you they are watching and probably taking note of the fact that Mikayla has yet to post a review. And I'm not saying that Mikayla owes them a review, especially if she bought the product herself, but it's like, if you aren't serious about actually reviewing something, don't say that you're gonna review it. Mikayla is massive on TikTok. A positive review from her is game-changing, especially for a small business. I just think she should stop saying that she's gonna do all these reviews, especially if she knows that she's just too busy to get them out. It saves the brand from getting their hopes up and waiting for this review to happen, and it'll save Mikayla from another tan gate. Speaking of gates, Mikayla has found herself in a lot of trouble over the years because of her lack of disclosure when it comes to her sponsorships. The FTC has clear guidelines on how to properly disclose, and even though influencing is Mikayla's job, she, for some reason, still can't figure out how to properly disclose. Recently, we've been hearing about the FTC working their way over to TikTok and finally cracking down on influencers being deceptive with their sponsorships. A lot of people have also been saying that the FTC needs to start taking action against the brands paying these creators and approving these ads knowing that they aren't properly disclosed. Brands know that it's beneficial for consumers to think a video is organic and genuine versus an ad, so they let influencers get away with it. I don't know if the FTC has been issuing warnings to these beauty brands, but I've noticed a big change lately. In multiple sponsored posts Mikayla has done recently, there's been verbal disclosure. It's always added in at the very end of the video, and you can tell it was an afterthought, like the brand came back and told her that she needed to add it in. The first video I noticed this change on was a sponsored post for Garnier for their new bonding hair care line.
Get ready with me to get filler. Hair filler. You know how you can get filler in your face? Now you can get it in your hair. Let me show you exactly how I take my hair from this to this. Okay, first I wet my hair. Now I'm gonna go in with the hair filler bonding treatment. I'm gonna leave this in my hair for 5 minutes. Now it's time to shampoo and condition. I'll take hair filler any day. Shout out to Garnier Fructis for partnering with me on this video. Garnier is a slay.
The next one was a sponsored post for Sally Beauty. She had the Sally Partner overlay on screen at the start of her video and verbally disclosed and said it was sponsored.
Look at this hair. These are so light. On the Ion Luxe line, and they're both under $100. So I figured I'd try them because they look so luxurious and nice. Like, look at this blow dryer. So far, beautiful. The hair is absolutely heron. This looks beautiful. Thank you so much to Sally Beauty for partnering with me on this video. If I can get this result with these two tools, these are a win.
And when I first saw these videos, I thought maybe Mikayla was the one who got the warning and this was her actually making some positive changes with her content. But of course not. She later went on to do another sponsored video for Clarins and she was right back to not disclosing properly.
I'm about to run some errands. I'm going to show you the most realistic no makeup look you've ever seen. First, I'm going to take Clarins Double Serum Eye. And I'm off to get groceries.
So it must be a brand thing. Some brands are taking disclosure and the FTC guidelines serious and actually making sure the influencers they pay are disclosing properly, while other brands don't really seem to care. That's why every disclosure that Mikayla verbally gives sounds like it was quickly added in as a voiceover at the end with just some clips playing as an overlay for the video. She probably sent the ad in for approval and they were like, you need to verbally disclose too. But that's not the only deceptive marketing that Mikayla's been involved in lately. Recently, Mikayla has developed a very strong relationship with the brand Kosas. She went from hating the brand to constantly pushing them, which has been very beneficial for her. She's been invited on brand trips with them, she's been sponsored by them, they even recently put her face on a billboard at Times Square.
Then we headed to Times Square where I saw this massive hot dog. Definitely a highlight for me. Then I went to Sephora because I am on a billboard. I am on a huge billboard above Sephora in Times Square. It was unbelievable to see it. We had to celebrate with dinner. Seeing that billboard made me realize that all of this is worth it and that I always need to follow my dreams no matter what gets in the way of it. And I live by that. I'm just feeling really grateful.
And now it feels like Mikayla is pushing their brand a little too hard. The other week she posted a video reviewing their unreleased baked blushes, and the way that she presented the video was almost like she was working for the brand. She started off the video by capturing people's attention, saying that she wasn't sure if she was about to leak Kosas' new product.
Am I leaking this right now? Because I haven't seen a single thing about this, and it's not even on the Kosas page. Kosas is dropping baked blushes. These are freaking beautiful. They all have this really pretty marble effect. Okay, yes. Immediately, yes. You know what this is? This is like a toned down version of the Rare Beauty blushes. If you thought the Rare Beauty blushes were a bit too much, you would love this. Yeah, people are gonna be insanely obsessed with these. Kosas killed it with these. I actually cannot wait to use the other colors. I pray I am not leaking this. I do not want to be that person, but I have to talk about these. Sis, you really did that. You are on top of your game.
And Mikayla knows that she wasn't leaking it. A huge brand like Kosas would most likely send instructions with their PR package telling them not to show the product until a certain date. This was just a way to get her video pushed in an algorithm, which has people thinking it was an undisclosed ad. She was going hard defending their new release in her comment section. A lot of comments were comparing Kosas baked blushes to a bunch of other baked blushes from Rare Beauty and Hourglass and so on, and Mikayla did something that she rarely does. She posted what I think is a pinned comment in her comment section, which said, "Guys, you don't have to compare them to other baked blushes. Kosas isn't claiming to be the first. It just feels like there must be some kind of contractual partnership going on here that's not being disclosed properly." Never before has Mikayla been so concerned about what the comments were saying about a makeup product. But on the other hand, she could have just been trying to have a viral video like the time that influencer actually leaked an unreleased ColourPop product.
I am like 98% sure that I'm not supposed to get these yet. I'm really looking all over online. I don't see anything about these.
Not Christy leaking ColourPop's launch. Oh my gosh, she literally leaked it.
But with Mikayla's track record, you automatically think that it's probably yet another undisclosed ad. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about everything down below. Do you think Mikayla probably got a warning from the FTC and that's why she's made some changes? Or do you think it's most likely the brands protecting themselves and telling her to make the changes? I also wanted to talk about why we all think influencers like Mikayla and Glamzilla and so many others choose to not properly disclose. It's so easy to say thanks to whatever brand for working with me. It's so easy to put ad in the first line of your description. So why aren't influencers doing it? All it seems to do is make people not trust them, so I really can't wrap my mind around why they don't make the smallest change. Anyways, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you next time.